Hello, I am Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz on May 15, 2015, 7:58 p.m. Birmingham. The Cern Collider. More disturbing information. Number one, we know that many nations are funding this thing because it's so expensive, in the billions, hundreds of billions of dollars. And where did they get the knowledge, and what do they expect to get out of it? I think I can answer both. The knowledge, I believe, came from one of the books of Enoch. The books of Enoch, let me just say this, it described back in that day, prior to the flood, what was happening. And we're slowly becoming to understand that they were probably more advanced than we are today. We can't do the things today that they did back then. But let's move on. The goal of the Cern Collider, I'm hearing they're talking about two things, and then all of a sudden I see a host of other things that they want out of this. And one is endless energy. But let me tell you, they talk about, now again, this collider was built in Switzerland in a town that, sorry about that, in a town where there was a portal, and where they where they worship gods, Apollo type gods. But were they expecting to open a portal or peer behind the veil? There's two different meanings for that. Everybody says, well, they're the same. They're not the same. The veil and the portal are two different things. The portal, they're already opened in many places. As the one in northern Canada, one of the Northwest Territories, people have witnessed these things coming in and out and described them as hideous, large, leathery looking, with wings, and 8, 9, 10, and 12 feet tall. And also, remember the gunfight of the one near Area 51. I'm not sure it's Area 51, but when they drilled down and went into a underground city, and they had a gunfight, and some people died, some aliens died, or what we call Nephilim died, or the offspring of what the Nephilim created by taking our DNA and their DNA and seeing what they come up with. And they come up with these little ugly grays and stuff like that. And they're bigger ones, don't get me wrong, Anunnaki type, they're bigger ones. But anyway, this veil and the portal are distinctly different. The veil is the whole new world, a whole different world rather, parallel to you and I, with as much activity going on there as there is here. Except there, I think the angels, the evil and the good, are fighting there. What are they fighting over? They're fighting over us. And that's a veil. That's another dimension. And there are many dimensions. So the fact is, if they were to open the veil and you could peer through just for a moment, when I say a moment, a second, 3 seconds, that 3 seconds to us may mean 3 hours to them on the other side. What in the world could come through? We don't know. Let me tell you something else. They expect to receive some type of a visitor. Now, I don't know if you remember this. When I say visitor, I believe the visitors are what the Illuminati are ushering in, and the victims are us. And but something else has happened, and I'm really, really concerned about this. You can find this information out as well as I could. Obama was in, I don't know if he is at Oslo, but he was there, and he was expected to make a grand announcement and greeting, okay, and introducing these things. He was prepared to say, hey, they're friendly. They're here to help us. This is why he was there. And what's unbelievable is someone stopped him 30 minutes prior to him making that speech. And then they showed him something. They said, look, they said, wait. And it's like Obama says, why? He said, they said, look out in the sky. And they gave him a specific time. He did. And then all of a sudden there's this giant blue spiral over Norway. Immediately, Russia claimed it was one of their rockets that went berserk. Well, guess what? We didn't hear. Immediately, at the very same time, Norway was saying the same thing. They had a rocket that went out of control. Two countries at the same time tried to cover this thing up, and then Norway withdrew their comments and did all they could do to cover it up. I think that's really odd. There's something here. There's something about to come, and we're about to have these visitors. And how soon? I don't know. Where will they come? I don't know. But I believe two things. I believe, one, that the Illuminati kind of controls most of it, not all of it, but the Vatican has knowledge of every bit of it and where and when it will happen. Look, this is new stuff, and I'll give you the information in the box below where you can find it yourself. Jody Wolf Expoz.